Yeah. So let me introduce myself. My name is Roman. I work as a product analyst in a company called Bini Games. We created mobile game application for preschool children. I'm on this position for more than 2 years, and if I can help you in your goal to start career in data analysis, I will be glad to do it to discuss all questions that you have for now.
Yeah. So I guess I can introduce myself a little bit.
Mhm.
So my name is Reina. I'm currently in my last semester at Columbia University, doing master's degree. So I am pursuing product analyst as well as data analyst role as my career. So I would like to know like your experience in these positions, and then also some technical skills or even behavioral skills that you need to have for these positions.
Mhm. Okay, so let's start. Maybe you have some questions, some specific question concerning it, or maybe from these articles that I previously sent it for you. So what do you want to know exactly?
So yeah, actually, I would like to know maybe from your experience how like your path to become a product analyst, and then I think now like I'm more interested in analyst role than data analyst role. So I was thinking like for analyst role specifically, um, what kind of technical skills do you need to have? Yeah.
Okay, let's start it from your view. What's the difference between data analyst and product analyst? Because you said that you like want to be more product analyst than data analyst. What's the difference for you?
So actually before I came to Columbia, I worked as product analyst in a mobile application
Mhm.
startup as well. For me, I think product analyst is a combination of data analyst and then business analytics. So it has this technical acumen that you have to do the data analysis, but on the other hand, you have to make business decisions like what features you want to do, or like um, some like I don't know, maybe like a marketing decisions or like a business decisions. So it's involved in, for me, I think it's involved both business aspects as well as like data and aspects. I could be wrong, but it's just my
Okay. And in data analytics,
I think it's more
what?
about more towards coding, and then like what insights you can generate from the data is more like a data analysis.
Mhm.
I don't know if
Okay.
it's true. I never be a data analyst, so I don't know how true is that.
Yeah, to be honest, I never be a data analyst also. So I started as a marketing analyst, then I switched to product analyst. So in my view, it is in both cases you're working with data. It is the difference what's data are. So in product analyst, yeah, you have some, for example, application, the mobile application or desktop application, or maybe some e-commerce site, and you will work with some data to help other like your stakeholders, your like product managers, to make some decisions. And in also in data analysts case, it is also maybe this company is some companies that doesn't have some application. For example, maybe some supermarket companies that have like network of different malls and so on. So they haven't any application, but also data analysts there help them to, help some managers to make some decision. For example, if what are the best product, what for example. We wanted to start some event, some price discount, and so on and so forth. So it's like in both cases you work with data, but it is like difference for what this decision have to be. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So yeah.
It,
If we
I
talk, if we
Yeah,
let's
go
say,
ahead.
yeah, if we talk about product analyst, like technical skills and so on, so it is like the more popular are you have to know SQL. because without it, almost every database use SQL, and without knowing SQL, you can even extract some data for your analysis. It will be impossible. Next, it will be some BI visualization. So it's like working with dashboards. It's almost two competitive technology like Power BI and Tableau. Some company also use Looker. It's Google Data Studio, but it is not so popular in my view. Then it will be understanding of statistics, because without it you can like research some correlation and so on and so forth. Some provide A/B testing, and also like a great part of this knowledge of statistics is knowledge of A/B testing, especially if this connecting to some applications, so where you have like B2C business, where you have a lot of customers who like download or who use your app every day. So it is like very important. And what else it can be? It also may be Python, because if you work with large data set, it will be much easier to do it with Python. But if it's not so large data set, for example, like if I have data set by like 20,000 rows, it's not so large, and I could do it in Google Spreadsheet or Excel, but I prefer Google Spreadsheet.
Okay.
It's like for me it is the most popular technology. It's of course it is may differ from company to company, but in most majority cases it will be like this.
Yeah. So like the technical like software or like analytical tools that you mentioned, I have experience in those tools like
Mhm,
SQL, Python, and then Tableau. And then I
mhm.
wonder for product analyst, what's the career path like in the software development? Like eventually what's your career path? Is that product manager or like I don't know, like
Yeah, it in majority cases I think it can be like three main paths. First, you can grow by your seniority. So you start as a junior product analyst, then you will be middle product analyst, senior, then team leader, maybe the like head of analytics, and like this. So you will become more and more senior analyst. Second, it can be product manager. It's also a good path. So because you like know your product very well in time, so then you talk, you communicate with developers, with quality assurance engineers, with like product managers, and you have to work on your management skills, and you can become a product manager. And the third part may be a data scientist, because you already know data analytics part. You have to learn machine learning, combine it, and try to use machine learning models for your data, for like growing your product metrics. So it like in majority cases it can be like these three paths for product analyst.
Okay. So I just want to know, like maybe for your company specifically, as product analyst, what's your job looks like, and then how you interact with like how the decisions being made and how you communicate with like different apartments. Like do you collaborate with PM and then other like marketing? Like I just want to know like your what your job looks like.
Mhm. It's also it may differ from company to company. In our case, I work with cross sectional team. So we have like in our team we have like developers, quality assurance engineer, product managers, product analysts, and so on. So I try to help my product team. So I am responsible for some apps, and I try to help my product team, to especially product managers, to make some valuable decision. And my work consists of different parts. The majority of it, I think, A/B testing. because we always try to launch some A/B testing to test some hypothesis to see if it's right or not. Can it grow our metrics and so on. So it's like designing A/B testing, launching A/B testing, then when they finished analyzing A/B test and explain the results to my product team. Also, it can be if we from time to time we launch the new version of our app, it can be like comparing the metrics, the results of this different version, for example, new one and old one, and to try to see what's become better, what's not so better, and if there are some bugs, some problems that our metrics maybe decline. So it's also my work. Also, it can be some it's called ad hoc requests. So, for example, someone from my team wanted to know some information. For example, like Apple launch new operation system, and people try to upgrade their phones for this system. And we, for example, if we have crashes, some bugs on this system, my team wanted to know how many users we have on some app on this new version. And as I'm the only one who can go to database, who can see it in raw data, so it's like from time to time I receive this question and also work with them. Also, it is like part of data analyst job. It's working with dashboards. So it's like creating some dashboards or repair some problems that appearing on our dashboards and so on. If we launch new apps and I'm responsible for this app, my responsibility is to look that this app will appear on every this dashboard that we have in our company and so on. Yeah. Also, it can be something like generating hypotheses. So because we always wanted to have a large backlog of ideas of what we can test, what we can do in our apps, and it's not primary responsibility of product analyst, but also it is interesting as I'm responsible for this app. I want for them to grow, to be successful. So if I see with the help of data, if I see some way for improvements, I can also propose it and then test this hypothesis in future. And also part of data analyst job, if we wanted to launch some new feature on the process when we even only starting creating it, so we're just writing documentation how this new feature would look like. I'm, as a data analyst, responsible for tracking. So I have to write all, for example, new events. So, for example, we wanted to launch new button. Okay, I have to think ahead. So, what analytics I wanted to receive from this button, and what I have to write down all requirements for this analytic for this button. For example, if someone clicks on this button, I wanted to receive events about it, because if I forgot about it and then we launch this feature and we haven't any tracking system for this button, I can't in any way understand how many people use it and so on and so forth. So it's like when even developer didn't start coding this feature, I have to prepare this documentation about it.
So it sounds like it includes like two parts. One is like research parts or like business part, and the other one is like what matrix you want to investigate, like a data analyst part, right?
About metrics,
Or like
yeah.
data.
So my biggest responsibility is that metrics, that for good metrics in our app have to grow, and bad metrics in our app have to decline. And I have to explain why, for example, if our revenue growth, why it is, what we done in the past so good that we have this success, and so explanation of everything, and try to grow this stuff and help for team to do it. Because as I said, so I'm the only one who can go to database, who can see it deeply, understand in different factors that can impact on our success or failures, and that's why I
Mm,
work with this stuff. So it's
okay.
like kind of like ice for a product team. What happened, why it happened, and if it's some successful case, can we repeat it for in future, or if it's some failure, how can we avoid this in future so that, to not see it again.
Mm, okay. So right now I am looking for like product analyst or data analyst role. So I think I have this like this question. I don't know how important it is to have a portfolio or GitHub profile for those positions. Do you think I should invest more time building portfolio, or is it necessary? I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that it is necessary because it's the only one way for you to show that you really have these skills. So you say that you know Tableau, but I can believe you, but I haven't any proveness for now that you really know Tableau. So when I see your Tableau dashboards, then okay, I understand on what level you have this Tableau skills, what's how complicated are your dashboards, and so on. But without it, before it, I can even imagine is it true or no. So you can, of course, you can like finish some courses like Udemy or Coursera, and pass this certificate. But it is much better to have some portfolio projects, or we call it pet projects. Yeah, to
Mm,
stand out from other candidates, because yeah, it is competitive market, so you have to be better than all the candidates, and you can do it by your portfolio. So I
mm,
believe, of course, there can be cases when you can receive your offer even without portfolio, but it will be much harder, in my view. Of course, you will have some home test assignments, even if you have portfolio projects, because every company wanted to understand that your skill acceptable for this particular company, and you can work with some tasks that this company will need. For example, if they work with A/B testing in home test assignment, it's in majority cases will be some analyzing A/B testing. But yeah, I believe that portfolio is very important
okay,
in
okay.
your case. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I'll probably invest more time in this. I just started, so yeah, but thanks for the advice. I will probably, yeah, put more time
Yeah,
on
it
GitHub.
is different. So, what you wanted to like show, for example, yeah, if company looking for Tableau skills, of course you have to create some Tableau dashboards in Tableau Public. It is free, and you can share it. Give you a link, and you can share it to your CV and so on. If you wanted to highlight that you know Python, you can analyze data set in Python. Of course, you can create in Jupyter Notebook, provide some analysis of data set, commit it on GitHub, and path this link for repository. And also you can show that you know GitHub. And also
Mm,
if you will be active on GitHub, it also like will be additional path for you. Yeah, so it depends what skills you wanted to highlight, and you can create some projects. And it is even better when you try to combine these skills and create one big project that connects to Tableau, Python, and so on. So to show up with this one project that have some your different skills and different technology in it. Because it is always better to look at one project than like five different with different technology.
oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, I would try to find a project that I can use multiple analytical tools. But yeah,
It's
uh,
always have to be some my advice. It's have to be some passion. For example, you like
yeah.
some topic, you are passionate about, I don't know, like TV shows on Netflix or some particular TV star or something. Like I have one of my previous mentee, she likes gymnastics. And she created some
Mhm.
projects that connected to Olympic gymnastics during the Olympic Games. Some amount of medals, countries, and so on. The other mentee, he liked to see how musical tastes, so music that people listen in Ukraine, different from musics in a neighbor country like Poland, Slovenia, and so on. So he created like it was a part. So it's like dashboards that refresh 2 times a day, and you can see what's the main song that people listen in Ukraine and in this neighbor country. So it's have to be something that you are interested in the results, and it will be much you will have more motivation to finish this
Yeah,
project, not only but you because you have to show it in your CV, but also because you're interested in the results. So think
yeah,
about it's something interesting for you, some topics that you are passionate about, and when you we'll talk about it to recruiters or hiring managers, even your eyes will be like much with the fire
yeah.
because yeah, it's
Shiny.
some topic, yeah, it's some topics that you really interesting.
Mm. Okay, okay, that's good advice. I will try to do that. Yeah. So I guess maybe that's my last question.
Mhm.
So I've been sending out like resumes and then like trying just apply for jobs, and then I start getting some interview invitations.
Mhm.
So I want to know, for both behavioral questions and technical questions, what are the typical questions for analyst role or data analyst role? And then also, is there any resources you want to share in terms of coding practice or just interview practice?
If we talk about behavioral interview, there is a service called Prompt. I will send it to you after the session.
Yeah.
So it is, yeah, it's free service. So what it's like one-to-one platform. So you, for example, you booking it like you wanna in this particular day and time, like on ADP list, you wanted to practice your behavior interview, and then this platform tried to connect with some other candidate who also wanted to practice his or her behavioral interview, and in this platform give you some question, give to this person other question, and then you will like you for a half an hour you will be the interviewer and you ask this person question, and then other half an hour this person will be interviewer and he or she asks you some questions that the platform prepare for him or
Mhm.
her, and then you will be provide for each other feedback, and you can train. For example, I some previously train on this platform. It is, of course, it will be in English because you never know from which country this person will be, but it's mostly in English. Yeah, so it's like you can in very safe environment you can practice some behavioral interview. About technical interview, I also will send you article with there are like 150 questions that you can receive on technical interview. It's like about A/B testing, product metrics, BI systems, and so on. So you can train yourself to see. And it is this article also in Ukraine, but you can translate it with Google Translation. It is. Like translate all this terminology and so on. And also, I advise you this to give this question to ChatGPT, and ask for to create similar question, because it is like 250 question, but it is not the old question. It's like questions that I can imagine that I received previously on technical interview and that I remember and try to write down them. So you can practice with this question, but also you can give it to ChatGPT and this system give you some other questions. Yeah,
So
and also if you will have some problems with the question, you can book another session and we can discuss some most complicated question for you and so on.
that would be great. And so I remember during our conversation you said like SQL is most important for
Hmm.
product analyst role. So like right now I'm using LeetCode to practice
Hmm.
SQL, but I wonder if there's other resources you would recommend to check it out just for SQL.
Yeah, it's LeetCode is a very good resource. Also, there are resources like Code Wars, Hacker
Mm,
Rank. So you also they are all very similar to LeetCode. So you have some
mm,
task and you can practice it. But for me, it's if you use LeetCode, it is enough for you to practice. It is like for me complex, like the same complexity, and you receive the same skills. So if you like lit
mm.
code, if you already on lit code, it is will be good for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I that's all my questions. So really, I'm really thankful. Like, thanks for your advice and then the insights. So I think I'm just gonna practice more and
Mhm.
also both technical questions and the interview questions. So it's really helpful, and I can use yeah. So it would be great if you can send me those like
Yeah,
links
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
articles, and then I can practice. Yeah. But
yeah.
other than
So
that,
yeah, in future, feel free to reach to me if you wanted to even have some mock behavior or technical interview. We
mhm,
could provide it. Or if you have some difficult question from, for example, this article, and you wanted to talk about it for me to explain them, I also will be glad to do it. So yeah,
yeah, that's really great. That's really great. It's really helpful. And then I hope I can land a job in this field. Yeah.
yeah, it will be good. And
Yeah.
if you will have some positive news, so write down to me. I will be glad for you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Um, I
Okay.
think I think
So
that's all the question I have. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. And I know like it's kind of in rush, but yeah, but
no,
it's
no
really
problem.
helpful.
Yeah. So it was pleasure to talk to you and stay in touch on ADP list and
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you.